Morning.
Good morning. I mean, Arnold, you're kind of a soft-spoken kind of guy, but are you the sort of fan of this sport where you look at a name like Max Holloway and think, this is a good fight, I'm excited about this one?
Yeah, 100%. He's rarely in a boring fight, is he? So, and I think the way he fights is going to bring the best out of myself, and I think that makes an exciting fight.
He's notoriously hard, well, he's never been put down, right? So when you go into this fight, do you have to sort of think, well, if I hit him as hard as I can, he's not going anywhere. I just have to be able to keep going, and not be overwhelmed.
Yeah, no, that's not even a thought. Like about trying to be the guy to put him down, and it's never the thought. Whoever you're fighting, you're always thinking about the 5 rounds and doing the distance, and obviously the goal is always to try and finish, but the thought is we're going 5 rounds, and is what it is.
His punch output is obviously amazing. Are you looking forward to being punched like 1,000 times in the face throughout 5 rounds, or are we going to try and avoid those?
I'd probably try and avoid all those.
Good
as many as I can.
Are you a fan of his? Like, I mean, what he's done in this sport is legendary. Like, do you look at Max and just think, I love this guy as a fighter?
Yeah, like it's hard not to. You look at what he's done in the sport. Future Hall of Famer for sure. Ex-champion, one of the greatest featherweights of all time. His resume is it's nothing short of inspiring. He's done all the things that I want to do, and he's set the path and for the things I want to do too.
It's an interesting one, right? Because of his relationship with the champion, but you would be a fresh contender. Mm-hmm. Where in a division where Alex is always saying he wants fresh contenders. Do you think this win on Saturday would put you in line for a title shot?
Yeah, I'd think so. I feel like it has to. It has to. There's nowhere else to go, surely.
Would we like that shot in London?
I mean, if it's possible, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. And last one for me, obviously, the stunning news that Meghan Markle will not be attending the coronation. I mean, how are you coping? Can you even focus on the fight this Saturday?
I woke up this morning and I was just couldn't get out of bed. I was just tossing and turning, just trying to wrap my brains around it. And
it's stunning.
Yeah, and but unfortunately, sometimes these things happen, and you just have to get on with your day. And now we're here,
I hope that you will send her a message with your post-fight speech on Saturday.
Cheers.
Not sure I can top that, but how much did you visualize fighting Max through the years? I mean, he was champion for 2 years while you were in the UFC. So was he? I mean, he was probably the guy you were looking at. So is this something you've envisioned quite a bit?
Yeah, it's always whoever's the champion is the guy you want to fight, right? You want to be the best in the world. That's what you want to do. So whoever's at the top of the stack, that's what you want. And he's been at the top of the stack for a long time. So I've envisioned this fight. I asked for the fight. It's the first time I think I ever asked for anything, and I got it. So yeah. It's I visualized it a lot.
Yeah, and I guess why did you want it? What did you like about it?
Just everything he's done. Like I said before, he's done everything I want to do, and what better to put me in that position than to beat the guy that's done all those things, There's other fighters out there, but there's no more credible than Max.
And obviously, officially, that title fight is official for July. I guess, what's your early read on that? Kind of which way you lean, and you think Volk gets it done?
Yeah, I think Volkanovski gets the job done. But, Yair's... he's like a hand grenade. He's just like, he's everywhere. He's explosive up close. He's explosive at range. He's got sharp submissions. But I just think Volkanovski's too tactical, strategic. Yeah, I think he'll get the job done.
It's kind of a weird scenario, right? Because there was an interim title fight that happened, but I think a lot of people would say that Max is the second toughest fighter in this division. Are you, even though you didn't get the interim shot, I mean, are you kind of viewing this as kind of the litmus test for real about a title fight?
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, Max beat Yair last time out they fought. And to get a win over Max and then, say Yair wins the title, well, I beat Max, that'd be obviously bigger than the interim.
Hey, Arnold. 10-fight win streak. Just what have you gotten that's worked for you so far as you progressed in your career?
I just keep training and, work hard, stay humble, do my thing. Try and stay true to the cause. Don't be a sellout and start talking crap to people, and try not to get ahead of myself and just trust the process. And I feel this is the right time for this fight, and I feel my skill set, my career, it's lined it up pretty well for these opportunities. So just being patient.
Can you kind of walk me through kind of your routine when you get ready for a fight like this? And this is one of your bigger fights of your career. So does your routine change any?
No. Nothing really changes. Just, all the fights are the same. They're all a man. You're fighting a man. Unless you're fighting someone that's got, like, I don't know, 2 heads or something, then we might drastically change something. But, end of the day, it's just another man. But, you switch things up, like, different training partners to suit his body style. But, I still wake up and do the same things I do every day. And I do my 5 minutes visualization in the morning out the window like a weirdo. And, just thinking of the positive things and, living that through the day every day and making it happen.
I got to follow up on that. You said 5-minute visualization out the window. I mean, what's that like for you?
I just sit in the corner and meditate for like 5-10 minutes every day, and probably looks pretty weird if you just sit there and watch me. Just yeah, but just when the camp comes around, to be fair, I do it all year. But when the camp comes around, it gets more fight focused, and you sort of think of your game plan, and obviously the perfect scenario is what I visualize. And yeah, sometimes the bad ideas creep in, and I'm like, no, get out of there. So just having that positive thoughts, and it seems to really help me in life and my career as well. So when things are going a bit tits up, I sit there and think positive things, and they seem to draw in good energy.
I know Leon and a couple others have given you some advice about this. What's the advice you've gotten for this big fight?
For me?
Yeah.
Advice for myself?
Well, okay, advice for yourself, but advice from some others that have you gotten to get this?
Oh, I was going to say, if I was giving don't fuck it up. That's the advice to me. No, I don't know. I haven't really had too much advice. My dad just says style and panache all the time. I don't even know what he means. He just keeps saying style and panache. I'm like, what are you on about, man? But just same old stuff, just tactical advice. At this point, I'm not really getting any sort of like life advice or anything like that. And the career's pretty deep now, so yeah, we know what we're doing.
Last question I got for you, just Kansas City, your overall thoughts. This might be your first time here, so what do you think?
Yeah, it's a nice city, man. It's clean. It's people all seem pretty friendly. I went down to Slaps Barbecue yesterday, and I just sat there and watched the guys eat, and I think that was a bit of a mistake, but it looked good, man. It looked good. Yeah.
Hey, Arnold. I think the biggest complaint people had was you were only fighting once a year. So how did it feel to fight twice last year, and you're getting back to the action already?
Yeah. It was nice. It's nice. You might have to have a word with the UFC, because I think that was a lot of their fault, me fighting once a year, They're like, oh, there's a fight in 4 months in London if you want it. I'm like, oh, I'm ready now, So, there's a lot of cock-ups happen. So me getting injured, opponents getting injured, COVID happening, and then London being my once-a-year curse. Now it feels like I don't ever get on the London card since the last one. But, it's frustrating. Someone like, I love fighting. Like, I love to fight. People have started rumours before, like, oh, he doesn't like to fight. He's fighting once a year. I'm like, man, I love fighting. I get paid for it. It's my job. Like, I'm making the pennies stretch here, trying to, getting the prelim money, trying to make it stretch for the whole year. People are like, well, he doesn't like fighting. I'm like, I ain't got a side job. So, it's very frustrating, but it's nice to be active and, amongst the top guys, amongst the elite. And even though it's been a slow process, it's been the right path and a good path, I think.
What were your thoughts on Volkanovski versus Makhachev back in February?
Yeah, I thought Volkanovski did great. I thought he would do what he did, but he did better than I expected. I thought he would put a good showing in. I thought maybe the size would be a factor. But no, he looked great. He looked great, and to be honest, I had him winning. I have to rewatch it, but I have to watch what I say. People call me a racist because I said Volkanovski won, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'll change my opinion if they say it again.
And then finally, man, I guess just with Leon winning, holding on to the belt, like, does that give you hope and that you can be the next fighter from the UK to hold a belt?
Yeah, definitely. Through my career, like since I got to the UFC, I've always tried to surround myself with the best guys, and even before the UFC, but money was a limiting factor before. Then get to the UFC and then get some money. I'm like, all right, I'm going to go train with George St. Pierre trains, and to be in a camp with someone like him, like the greatest of all time for me, it brings you a level up. And then to be back in the UK training at Renegade, guys like Leon Edwards, to see him realize his dream and to lift the belt, defend the belt. Yeah, it's inspirational. You know, to see someone on the mat do it for the first time like that, it's pretty special and motivating.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
I just have a couple more actually. You mentioned visualization. You saw Israel on Saturday, and like immediately the celebration and stuff like that. Like, when you see that, you go, okay, there's someone else who does this, and it does work. I don't know if you'll ever do something quite as dramatic as he did after the fight, but do you look at that visually? Oh, I can't even say it. I got the stigma. But do you look at that and think, yeah, this is something that other fighters do, and I'm right to do it?
What, like to bow and arrow him? Or?
No. Just like meditating, seeing.
Oh. Nah, you know, I've never really been one to think. I kind of like, you know, when like everyone listens to a song.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm like, that song's now shit.
Yeah.
It's like that thing. So no, I didn't know he did that. But yeah, it's just something I've done it my whole since I was like 13. You know, I just sit in my room with my eyes closed, like I don't even know what I'm doing. Just got my eyes closed, thinking, you know, I want to go.
You called a daydreamer at school.
Yeah, I got kicked out of school, so probably daydreaming. Yeah.
And the last one, I haven't seen you since. Is your cat still on steroids, or have we moved away?
The cat's clean. She's USADA approved. Perfect. Thank you very much. Thanks, guys.